Whitehall looks to keep their undefeated record intact. Colonial League tennis champions are crowned. Plus, a look ahead at the Pigs' upcoming series with Rochester. It's all coming up next on Sports Scene.
You're watching Lehigh Valley Sports Scene.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lehigh Valley Sports Scene alongside Dan Freemuth. I'm Gwen Begley. This is our final show before the holiday weekend, kicking it off with some boys volleyball. Whitehall seemingly just rolling through every single team they've met so far this season.
That's pretty much been the case. Yeah. The Zephyrs a perfect 9-0 going into last night's showdown. Back on the volleyball court for the first time since last Thursday's 3-0 sweep over Emmaus, getting that monkey off their back. 9 consecutive wins for the Zephyrs to kickstart the season. They've lost only one set all year. That was against Northampton back on April the 5th, taking on a Liberty team last night that's been playing pretty well of late as well. The Hurricanes coming in having won 4 consecutive contests. A highly anticipated showdown to be sure. Erica Rose was there and has the highlights.
Liberty traveling to an undefeated Whitehall team in boys volleyball. The Zephyrs coming in off of a big win over Emmaus, handing the Green Hornets their first loss of the season, but they cannot have a letdown against the 7-2 Hurricanes. It will be a slow start for the Zephyrs, and the Hurricanes will have the lead still at 15-13, but the final tie comes at 16, and from this point it will be all Whitehall as the team closes out on a 9-2 run. Who else but JoJo Herman leading the way? He will have 3 of the final 4 points, finishing with 14 kills on the night. Alex Corey, the one who ends it 25-18. Whitehall takes the first set. The second set, very similar to the first. Liberty taking control right from the first point. They will go up by as many as 3 at 9-6. The kill here by AJ Muffley. But the Zephyrs use a 5-1 run to take their first lead of the set at 11-10. The ace by Ricky Molaski. The two will go back and forth from this point with 6 ties. The final one comes at 16, the same as the first set. And once again, it will be all Whitehall closing it out with a 9-1 run. Aziza Tia with an 8-point service run, and Herman ends it with the kill, 25-17 Whitehall. The Hurricanes down, but not out just yet, and they will continue to fight in the third set. The block puts them on top at 8-7, but that will be their final lead as the Zephyrs can extend it to 5 off of the ace by Herman and never look back, pulling off the sweep. Corey with one of his 10 kills ends it 25-21, the final of set 3.
We knew Liberty's a good team. They took Emmaus to 5, Parkland to 5, so we were a little concerned there. We started slow. And, going to call timeout early, but just let the guys play and let them figure it out. At some point in time, they got to do that. They got to be able to figure this thing out.
We started out slow in mostly every set. Once the halfway point came, we started to click, and we started to put some balls down and get some blocks. So once we get in our groove, we're a pretty good team, and that's what happened late in those sets.
We got to work on the serve a little bit. We're missing some serves, but we're asking our guys to serve aggressive, so that's going to happen. So some guys are missing that shouldn't be missing. So we'll clean that up. We're still able to win with some of those errors. I'm happy where we're at. Not content. Excited, so we got to keep going.
The Zephyrs had 2 straight tests in Emmaus and Liberty, and they passed them both as the team is playing really well right now. And the guys credit their hard work in practice to their success as they sit 10-0 until their next match after Easter break. On the scene at Whitehall, I'm Erica Rose, 2 Sports.
So as Erica mentioned, the Zephyrs off until after the Easter holiday. When they return to action, that'll be next Tuesday. They'll be at 4-5 Nazareth. Whitehall is now 10-0 overall, 9-0 in the EPC. Meanwhile, Liberty moves to 7-3 overall, 6-3 in the East Penn Conference. They are also off until after Easter. Next up, a Tuesday showdown against Pocono Mountain East.
Now, Whitehall still only has 1 set lost the entire season. That was at the hands of Northampton. And speaking of Northampton, they